I volunteer.
John Martinez
Patricia started this before I volunteered at the Healing Gardens.
is on the move.
Oh, that's right.
The real trick is to keep moving all day.
Before I retired, my job that I was doing required a lot of walking. So I had to walk from one manufacturing site to the other.
John is 65 now and retired, and he and his wife Patricia do stay active.
We joined the Greensboro 50 Plus Hiking Club, and every Wednesday around 9 or 10 o'clock or so, they have their weekly hikes.
But don't confuse some exercise with living an active lifestyle.
People often consider themselves, if I go to the gym for a certain amount of time per day or I walk in my neighborhood, that I'm very active. But then they start to reflect on what they're doing outside of the times when they're doing that sort of structured activity, and they realize I'm not really as active throughout the day as I thought I was.
UNC Greensboro kinesiologist Jacqueline Marr is running a study on the daily activity of people over 60.
The yellow is the time that they spend sitting throughout the day. The green is time they spend standing, and the red is time that they spend stepping.
And even someone as active as this participant, who's getting more than 10,000 steps most days, has some issues.
Doing your 30 plus minutes a day at the gym, that's great for your health, but it also matters what you're doing for the other 23 and a half hours during the day. And if you're sitting extensively during that time, then that's going to lead to some health issues as well.
The kind of health issues John is determined to avoid.
I'm pre-diabetic, and I just want to be active enough so that I don't want to be diabetic. It helps not only physically, but mentally, I think, as well.
And that's where UNCG is putting its focus. They give study participants a phone.
So that's what the phone sounds like when it's time to complete a questionnaire.
And see what motivates people to not just become more active,
The first couple of questions just ask people about their mood,
but what makes that a permanent lifestyle choice for some.
and then we ask them to tell us about what they were doing right before the phone went off. So now I might click that I was socializing.
And that has helped John to be
Not only active, but to minimize the time you sit down. So I've been doing like trying to do when I watch TV or I got my iPad, I'll try to stand up instead of sit down.
If he can sustain it, it will be mission accomplished.
So we carry the tradition.
Bob Buckley,
Carry the tradition.
Fox 8 News.